Top 10 places you should never swim. Water can be very tempting at times, can't it? Whenever you go to a lake, ocean, or even river, the first thought that comes to your mind is jumping in and seeing how sweet it can be swim there. While this is the desire and the ultimate goal for some, there are some places that seemingly appear the best place to take an afternoon swim to cool your body off from the punishing heat of the day, but are in reality the contrary. There are really good swimming spots across the world that have been prohibited by nature. But if you are thinking twice about this, and probably doubting the consequences that come with defying the laws of nature, here you get a list of the 10 places you should never ever swim, to help you see how bad it gets. Number 1. The beach of Hanakapi'ai in Hawaii. The word Hawaii itself gives you the goodly swimming desires, as there are lots of beaches there. But this particular one that goes by the name Hanakapi'ai is the most dangerous. You will find it in the coast of Napali and Kauai. It is known to have raging currents throughout the year. These currents can prove a skilled swimmer to be novice, as they will pull you in very fast and easily. And to make it even more unsafe, the place is very steep and far away from the beach. The nearest beach to it, which is habitable, is around 10 kilometers away. More than 11 people have died in that beach who have never been found. And this made the place to be marked unsafe for swimming. There are lots of marks you'll be shown when you get there, which you are not to cross. Number 2. River Wharfe in England. If you have gone here, you must have heard of the Strid. This is a small passage of steep rocks that looks like it can be used to cross over to the other side with just a single stride. And it may be a no-brainer for travelers to use it to get to other side, but this thing is actually very unreliable than it may appear at first. First, it is the narrowest part of the whole river and it digs into the limestone part, close to the river. Second, the currents of the river are so strong in that specific place that makes it super easy for you to fall in. All those who went in after taking the Strid never survived. Number 3. The private falls of Kipu in Hawaii. Doesn't it sound strange that Hawaii, the ultimate destination for every travel enthusiast, is the most unsafe place? Well, you got more coming. Kipu Falls in Hawaii is actually on private land, so if you were found in there, you'd be sued for breaking in private property. But I doubt you'd been alive by the time they catch you. The waterfall was once in many travel guides, but it is no longer seen as a tourist attraction after it was prohibited years ago. The thing is, many people have died there by jumping into the pool that rests after heavy waterfall. But the highest number of them has passed away strangely when they were swimming in the pool itself. They were enjoying themselves when something strange pulled them in deep into the water, and they were suffocated to death. It is said that there is a spirit of an animal that does this inhuman act, or maybe it is a whirlpool. Both ways, you don't want to get trapped in it. Number 4. The Lost Sink in Florida. This is also called the Eagle's Nest Hole. It has housed many deaths since the 90s and was actually closed for 4 years. Later it was opened again and now charged with $3 per day's dive. This spot is far from human settlement, and just as it sounds, it is actually very creepy. It is just a simple pond on the outside, but once you are in, you are enticed to go much deeper, where there are entrances to wider pools of water. These pools are very wide but have very thin entrances. Now the problem is, you can't stay there for a long time because of air, and you will most likely trapped by the entrances as you try to find your way to the top. And you will die. Number 5. The Horseshoe Lake in the United States. This lake has all that a water sport player would want: swimming, boating, beaches, and other great features. There are also trees that were killed by the carbon dioxide gas that comes from beneath the earth from the volcanic eruptions there. The gas found its way to the surface from a tremor that happened there a few years ago. Not only do you suffer the risk of having an eruption run over you, but also the gas that comes up in huge quantities is not good. Many people have been suffocated by it to death. Number 6. The Russian River of Yenisei. This river is unlike the others. It has been spoiled by the bomb plant factory located along it, which has been depositing radioactive elements into the water. This water is used to give power to the cities it flows in. It is also used to provide fish food for the localists. But the water has the risks of bringing leukemia, breast cancer and other defects associated with genes that are evident in the people who live there. Number 7. The Similan Hole in Thailand. In Thailand's Gulf, there's a very deep hole, more than 80 meters. Deep-sea divers like something as challenging as this, but be wary. This site has all the indicators of death. Starting with the fact that the military force of the United States dumped their ammunition there, which had not exploded yet. Also, there are strong currents and the aggressive predator, barracuda, reside there. Moreover, you don't get to see clearly as you go deeper, which is risky. Only the most experienced divers with Trimix certification are allowed to access it. Number 8. The Bubbly Creek. The name is the exact opposite of what it sounds and what you meet there. This creek came to be after the course of the river of Chicago was diverted to the Mississippi River. It was initially going to Lake Michigan, but it was found that dead bodies of animals were deposited there and polluted the water with blood from the animals, manure, and urinary waste. There are bubbles of pollution that come up from the creek, which owes to the name. Bloodworms are also said to be in huge crowds there, and this poses all kind of health risks. Number 9. The beaches of Mumbai. There are quite a number of beaches in Mumbai, India. But they have been declared unsafe for swimming or bathing as the sewages are being deposited there. Even though there are good sewage transport systems, there are still many ways that the sewage finds its way into the water. People have also developed the habit of dumping their waste in the beaches and putting folks at risk of getting infected with the polluted water. Number 10. New Smyrna Beach in Florida. This place has been voted the most suitable spot for surfing, with the bull sharks. The water there is great and there is plenty of fish that live there. It is the many fish there that invite the sharks in, and this has brought about many shark bites which have not even been provoked by people. This is where you are having a good time in the water and all of a sudden you see a pointed fin darting towards you. Before you know it, a small part of your body has been ripped by the serrated teeth of those mean things. Compared to the other places like South Africa and Australia known to host sharks, this is by far the most populated and most risky place, as well.